talk a little bit about my chapter of the book. The title is It Isn't Rocket Science, or is it? Why did I call it that? Well, because for the better part of my adult life, I was a rocket scientist. I worked as a software engineer on the Space Shuttle project here in Cape Canaveral, Florida, and I was immersed in technology. So after the program ended, a lot of people thought it was a little bit weird that I found access consciousness and started doing all of these things that they had previously said were pretty weird. Now, what do I have in the book that you'd like to read? Well, part of what I talk about is how I came to be a certified facilitator and exactly what that meant and what it took for somebody who was in a lot of technology to come to access consciousness and those concepts. Another thing I talk about is don't give up on people just because they come from a technical background. I know a lot of them are going to tell you that things are just too woo-woo and that they don't want you to do it, they don't want to hear about it, but you can still be the invitation to them, to show them that there is something else, to show them that there is more awareness and more consciousness, and just kind of invite them along. Now, granted, if they don't want to do it, fine. But if they know that it's there, you never know. They may come around and join you. And the other thing that I talk about is don't give up on yourself. Just because you don't get something the first time, don't worry about it. Don't give up. I didn't get some of these concepts the first time or the second time or maybe even the third or fourth time, But just because you don't get it doesn't mean that you should give up. Like Gary and Dane always say, you get it when you get it. And believe me, the reward of that is definitely worth the journey and definitely worth what it takes to get there. So if somebody who was so deeply immersed in technology for so many years can get these access concepts, you can too. It's really been an amazing journey. Things are just so much more expanded than I could have ever thought possible. And the possibilities just keep showing up. So how cool is that? So I invite you to come spend a little time in Dawn's world because it's really a wonderful place.